morning. My name is Richard Lanoix, but for this series, I will be known as Misha Lanoix. And today we're going to make a delicious breakfast. We're going to make a dish inspired by Gordon Ramsay, the famous chef. He talks about his elevated scrambled eggs. We're going to call them my highfalutin scrambled eggs with some mushrooms, tomatoes, prosciutto over French brioche. So, let's get started. Again, as I mentioned in the first installment, I like having everything prepared, cut and ready to go. So I have some chives, I have my butter, I have all my seasonings, I have some delicious organic tomatoes chopped up, some shiitake and portobello mushrooms that we're going to use. And then, doesn't really smell like anything, but we have some white truffles, which are supposed to be amazing. I've never used truffle before in any cooking, but I'm learning, and hence you're learning. Again, the idea behind this entire series, now that we're all stuck in COVID mode, is it's not about the actual cooking. You can go get cooking lessons. I highly recommend it. It's the idea of sharing love. It's the idea of inviting people to your home. I mean, when was the last time that you invited people over for breakfast? I mean, we always talk about dinner. I know people have to work, but on the weekends, instead of going out to brunch in all the great places in New York City, if you want brunch, you're going to wait an hour to get in. That's ridiculous. Make a beautiful breakfast for some friends. Whip up some coffee, throw in some frangelico. Is sharing love. So, you might be wondering, what does it mean? Like all this talk about putting in love. What the hell does that mean? There's no ingredient in my cabinet that says love. Actually, I am going to market, I just had this idea right now. I'm going to market something and I'm going to put it in a bottle. It's just going to be water and I'm just going to like say some incantations or something like that. Throw in some soplos. And I'm going to sell it for a fortune, and the idea is you just put a little bit in your food. But aside from that, all I'm saying is to put in the intention. What's your intention? Like, what's my intention for this breakfast that I'm cooking for my lovely wife and daughter? It's simply my idea that I want to share. I want them to be happy. I want them to be healthy. And I'm cooking something healthy for them. You know, in the Buddhist tradition, before you eat, you pray and you thank the food. You thank everyone who's prepared it. You thank the seeds that sprouted to give you. And it's a beautiful tradition because you're expressing gratitude. And expressing gratitude is a form of expressing love. So, that's what we're talking about when I say put some love in it. So I'm going to throw in my tomatoes. Liquid out of them. Simultaneously, put in my mushrooms and absorb some of that tomato juice. So I have some bad news this morning. I mentioned in my last installment Giorgio and I go back a long way. G profile. When I started on this cooking journey many years ago, I was thinking that I had to buy this really expensive oven, and that's nonsense. But you do need a good oven, right? Induction bake. And she was damaged because I haven't had gas. We have not had gas for a year. And I'm going to throw in some seasonings. All good cooking begins with sea salt, cayenne pepper, not a lot, some black pepper, and maybe a little bit more olive oil, just to get a little dry. Not a lot. And throw in some seasoning, some herb de Provence or something. A little something, something. Yeah, so, you know, they came to connect finally after not having gas for a year. They came in to connect my stove and broke the connection. So, my landlord has been dickering around about fixing it, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and call GE to repair it, and I would submit the bill to the super. Very lovely gentleman came to tell me that the part is out of stock and he wouldn't have it until July 17th. I can't wait till July 17th. Cooking with this is Georgetta, by the way. I love Georgetta. She's doing me a wonderful service, but I want my stove. I want my range. How's that? This is going to be the base for breakfast. This is the base. Okay. It's a kind of sofrito, I guess. So yeah, I was bummed. But then I thought of a wonderful story shared by a Taoist. I think it was Stephen Mitchell. Tao means the way, and the idea is loving what is, because it is what it is, and you can bitch and scream all you want, but it is what it is. So you have to accept everything that comes your way. And to make his point, I'm going to make some eggs now. Now, I'm listening to a master class by Gordon Ramsay, and these are his highfalutin eggs. So he talked, fancy cooks, they do this with their one-hand thing. I can't do that, I'm sorry. Well, every time I do that, it ends up egg all over the damn place. And so I need a simple two-hand method. He says, put the eggs in like this. Don't beat the eggs. It's the first time I'm doing this, so we're on a journey together. No seasoning. Just eggs in a non-stick pot. I'm using a Swiss diamond knife. No, Swiss diamond pot, non-stick pot. It's also my very first non-stick pot. So, right, this story goes, there was this old man living in China. He's very poor, his wife died, and it's just him and his son. And the guy's broke, they can barely eat. And one day, the old guy takes all his money and he buys the most beautiful thoroughbred horse, his entire life savings. And all his friends say, dude, are you crazy? I don't know if Chinese say dude, but whatever they say, the equivalent of that is like, dude, are you out of your fucking mind? It's like, how could you take all your money and buy a horse? What are you going to do with this horse? So the old guy man kind of shrugs his shoulder and says, So the next day, he builds this beautiful, whatever it's called, the place where they keep horses, and the horse jumped over it and ran away. And his friends say, now look what happened. All your money to buy this horse, and this horse ran away. And the old man shrugs his shoulders and he goes, the following day, he's adding some delicious organic butter directly inside. Notice there's no heat, there's no fire. Again, I'm not proclaiming myself to be a chef. I'm learning just like you are. The only difference is I'm putting a lot of love into what I do, and I share it with friends. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID, there's no sharing right now. We're stuck at home, but I'm encouraging you to learn how to cook so that way you can invite friends over. My mother taught me this, I did this, and now my kids, they do the same thing. 20, 30 friends over to my dismay. It's a beautiful thing. So, no seasoning. He also recommends using this. Then you just stir it up. And then Gordon Ramsay talks about once it starts forming, 90 seconds on, 20 seconds off. He says the key to amazing scrambled eggs is not letting them cook fast. So you got to take them off the heat. So, the old man lost his horse. On the following day, so the following day, that lovely horse comes back, and there are now 20, 30 wild horses that were, running around the Chinese countryside that follow his horse back into the stable, the open area. And all his friends look at him and say, this is amazing. What tremendous luck that you have. The old man shrugs his shoulders and he goes, a few days later, his one and only son has one of the wild horses and is trying to tame him, and falls off the horse and breaks his leg. The old man's friends came and said, oh my God, this is terrible. It's like, how can you're not going to be able to run this farm on your own? It's like your help he's hurt. It's like, what are you going to do? You're getting this, right? The old man shrugs his shoulders and he goes, so you take it off the fire now, it's starting to take shape. Now, Gordon Ramsay suggests using sea urchin. We looked all over New York City for sea urchin. Went to Zabar's, New York institution. Cinderella, another New York institution. Passed by the Ansonia building, another New York institution. We're going to use prosciutto instead. Another New York institution, we could not find sea urchin, so I'm going to use prosciutto just because. So, a couple of weeks later, the Chinese army, they're going to go to war. So it's been about 20 seconds. Put it back on the fire and stir. You notice I have not added any seasonings yet. Apparently, the seasoning causes it to cook faster. I forget the exact reasons, but it's good enough for Gordon Ramsay. It's good enough for Michel Lanoix. So it's taking shape. It's been about 90 seconds, I'd say. Take that off for 20 seconds. I think it needs a little bit more prosciutto. So the army, the Chinese army, is going to war, and they're going to all the villages and taking the first son of every household. And of course, his son is injured in a cast with crutches, so they can't take him. And all his friends are saying, "Oh my God, you're so lucky." What does the old man do? This goes on and on, but you get the idea. This universe is an amazing thing. There are so many things that we can't see, that we don't understand. Just roll with it, because something that seems so horrible now, it's for a reason that you don't know. So just smile and say thank you. Okay, I'm going to take this off for 20 seconds now. This is almost ready. We're going to put in our French brioche. I guess you could use challah bread also, but I prefer challah bread for French toast. Okay, so that's been about 20 seconds now. Now we're going to throw in a tablespoon of crème fraîche. A little bit of chives that I cut. Consistency. Yeah, so, you know, there's a flow. I like to call it, there's a divine rhythm going on in the universe. It's like the wawanko. You know wawanko is? Wawanko is Latin music. It's the, listen carefully and you hear dum 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 dum. And that defines the music. But there's no like instrument that, or the clave, right? Da 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 da, or rumba da 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 da, right? 3 2 or 2 3. It defines. Heat this up again. It defines the music, but you can't quite find it. One thing, we're going to get back to the clave in a second. Or in Brazil, in capoeira, we talk about the jinga. It's happening throughout the universe. And it's not evident, which is why not everybody is in flow. Because it requires, it's subtle. You have to find it. Now, it's amazing to cook, but there's also presentation. Should have made a little bit more. mushroom. Okay, so now we're gonna how is that for decades? Then I don't know, I think that's enough, but enough is never enough, right? Let's go over the top. We're done. Voila. How's that for breakfast? Just want to finish. Just want to finish my thought on this idea of flow. It's finding that flow that's coursing throughout the universe. So that when you're walking to ta. I mean, that's, I don't know, maybe God dances salsa, I don't know. But that rhythm that's there, it's like you're breathing to it, you're cooking to it, you make love to that rhythm. And when you're in that flow, it just guides you and you realize you don't have to do anything. It's all an illusion, but most importantly, you realize you've never done anything in your entire life. It's all just happening, and once you're in that flow, the divine salsero, you just lay back and enjoy the ride. You should listen to this. There's this wonderful YouTube video of Bill Hicks, who's an amazing comedian. It's called It's Just a Ride. 8 minutes long. Find it. Bill Hicks, It's Just a Ride. Because that's all it is. And then life becomes so beautiful. People become so beautiful because it's just a ride. Just go with the flow. Thank you for joining me. Ciao.